Hi there, this is Popo. Welcome back to the matches series. So here I'll start a new series, again one, but this time on the adventure mode. So a long time ago I did an adventure mode series of matches, but here it has quite a bit updated. So here this is the time where we would dig into and try to go for something. So here my adventure mode is now complete. So let me reset this adventure mode. That would be painful for me just to do this, and then this is reset. Aye. So now if I go to adventure mode, I'll start from the beginning. So this must be the third or fourth time I do this, but now I start to pretty well know the adventure mode. Actually, more precisely, I made some guide of which faction to use, which IDs on the first move to go with. So I guess we're not that bad. And as always with the adventure mode, I'll start trying to read everything. So let's pretend we don't know anything about adventure mode and let's discover actually. So here at each level, you would have two approaches. You would have the classic approaches where you play with a faction that you choose. Here you have only one faction. This is the humans. Actually, the piece size is just completely stupid. This is very funny. And here you have also reserve. If you go on Alcott, for example, here you can choose a reserve to put. So here you would have another piece that you can add into your back rank. But here I guess we'll go the classic way because I don't know, skill issues I guess. So let's see actually. We have also bestiary, if I remember well, where you can actually see all the things. So for now you have the humans and you have the pieces of the humans. So let's see actually how it goes. So you still have the same descriptions. So here it says your class, so you're Crusader with the humans. Your trait is that you have the maximum range because you're going to see very quickly that your piece don't have a max range. And you have a broken rule. Every game has rules, including chase. And here you will break a rule on every faction. The only exception, the humans. You don't have any break rule. Humans are just the classic chess army, but you're going to see that other factions have specific break rules. So for example, here you have the pawn that you know goes forward, captures diagonally, it has double step and promotes on the lax rank, can probe to any piece. The knight is just a leaper, it doesn't have any special power. The bishop here is just a diagonal 7, and here this is not infinity because you're going to see that some people have limited range, like range 4, range 3, range 2. So here we just say range 7 because this is the maximum path you can go over the chessboard. So basically. And a rook the same, queen the same. And you have also the king, which is the royal piece that you have to checkmate. I guess I wouldn't explain all the rules of chess, but just to make you discover a little this universe. So we have a lot of clouds here, so things are going to happen, and we already see some new stuff here. So let's go for the first level, which is called Emerval Plateau. So let's read. A giant rock, roaring with fire, descended from the sky and bathed the land with streams of light that outshine the sun itself. The initial scouting party sent by my lord father to investigate the plateau never returned. I, Princess Madeline of Dolmedia, promise this. By my hand this scourge shall be cleansed. To arms. So, let's go. So first level. So here this is the setup of matches basically, for the one who don't know. You would have your piece. If you click on the piece, you just have the description you have in the bestiary, if you remember. And here we're going to see what happens. So we have pawns, 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 and pawns, so nothing to worry about. You see that you have different color pawns here. So these pawns seems to be human pawns because you have the shadow here, the red shadow, but here you have a gray shadow on this piece. And this is the pawns of the aliens, and you see the background is just an alien background. So what do we have? Here this is a scout, so it says that this is a leaper, so this is basically a knight. And here this is the special ability, Mimic. Can mimic the movement pattern of any non-king enemy unit that was played last turn as a passive 1 square move. What does it mean? If I decide to move a pawn, then this piece should be able to perform a pawn move. Passively. Here, of course, there's a pawn in the way, but you understand. If I would perform a bishop move, it would be able to move passively, like a bishop, With queen, it moves like a queen, and rook like a rook, but only one square. But it keeps the knight pattern that can capture. So you have to be careful about these bugs. So let's go with a4 and try to see what happens. We'll have b4. I'll try to open little, so scoot to f6, nothing to worry. c4. Let's try to be a little aggressive. And here I'll align on this diagonal. I want to see what happens. Okay. I'll play queen to b3. Okay, so the pawn advances. I guess I'll play knight to f3, try to get even more pressure. So I'll capture here and then trying to get an exchange. We have already this weird looking move. Do I care about this move? Actually, not really, because now I have a pressure here against that. So let's capture this with check. The king runs there. Now I guess this is basically winning for me. So I'll put this knight here and I'll try to get a check. Let's go check here. Let's go... actually no, this is okay. I just don't have to shuffle my knight because now this is basically checkmate. Excuse me. Also, now there's something new, this is Analysis, when you can decide to go back and just to see your game with the beginning. So this is very cool, just to see what happens. And if at any point you want to move here, you have the variation. So you can have none, so you just shuffle the piece and go for variation and just move yourself the pieces to see what happens. If you want, you can think of, for example, the black stuff. So here, if I perform a move, then it would be black to play. So for example, if I decide to move this, what black would play here? For example, black would play this. And very cool. And if you satisfy the variation, you can just, I don't know, remind this variation. And then you can copy the move list and paste it on the social media or stuff. So very cool stuff. So you still have to get something because the thing you would copy is just the fan move. So it would be just written pawn a4, pawn e5, pawn b4, squeeze f6, not a link that directly redirects here. And I don't think this feature will be available on matches someday, but you can always stream. So I went for the first level, so let's continue the adventure mode and discover a lot of stuff. Because actually there's a lot of stuff to discover. So as we beat level 1, we would move to move 2, and you see the Alien 2 unlocked for reserve. So very cool. So I can have this piece on reserve if I want. So this is cool. But for now, I wouldn't have this piece on reserve. Let's continue, and here we go to level 2, and we have to fight the goblin, seems like, on the Noringham swamp. So here this is pretty new, that there's from before you were fighting the dragons here. Okay, Noringham swamp, let's go level 2. The Salvar demons escape our grasp and declared war upon our realm. I am now sanctioned by my lord father to build a mighty order to oppose these fiends. But he made me promise not to ask the help of the voracious vampires of the Deadlands. As I am to leave the castle, I chance upon the goblins of Noringham who ambition to test my might in the skirmishes to come. So, let's go. Okay. So now we have a new faction. So, as I said, I should have said before, but the alien faction we just fought is a faction based around time, it gets some time. Here, the goblins are assassins. So here they just try to kill your king. And here are the units. This croc is a knight type unit, and it can passively move by 1 square towards the enemy king as long as the enemy king was not checked the turn before. What does it mean? On the next turn, you can move as a knight, and you see the small dots. You can move passively this way, and also this way, but this is blocked by this stuff. And directly go for the king. So, very interesting. Also, if you check the king the move before, this ability is not available for the next turn, because it would be overpowered. Also, you have a rook here, which is a rook by 3. But this rook can check the king like a queen. So, for example, if my king is here, it can check it. But if there's any other piece, he can't take it. This is just for the king, okay? And here, before you had trunks, now you have fence. These guys can't be captured by pawns, so this is just landscape stuff. So let's try to see what we can do. I don't know, I'll try c3, try to change this. Okay, doesn't work, so let's try d3. See if we get a challenge. Okay, I have the challenge, so let's capture with the knights. Okay, we have this direct this exchange, this is cool for me. And now the croc slides back to d6, so basically defends this pawn. But now I have queen to a4 check, the king runs away, and now I guess I can basically take this pawn. Okay, and the king runs back one more time. Okay, so I'll go here with check. And I'm pretty tempted to see what happens here after queen captures b6. That's a double threat. Okay, so the train goes this way. This is okay. Now I need one more piece to defend this pawn because this is actually not defended. But maybe I can go for a check intermezzo. No, that doesn't worth the try. So maybe I should go for more pieces development. So here my king is not that in safety because now the traitor can try to mess around with me, but I'll capture here on c5. Okay, so the croc captures. So now I have this check capturing the croc with the queen. So let's capture it. So you know that as this is the first level, this is pretty easy to play this. The normally computer would be the same level, so this is the level medium with the AI, but he has so few pieces that this is not easy for him to do some progress. I'll continue my way and I'll place this bishop here. I guess this is very scary. I guess I'll go with a check here. Okay, it blocks with the Trent. So I'll put the bishop here on f6 to get a check. The king captures. And then... Oh, maybe I didn't play that right. I might be screwed. Yeah, I'm screwed here. Yeah, this is not really well played. I'm sorry. Because now this trend is going to capture. Or the king is going to capture. Yeah. My bad. Anyways, that happens. So I'll put the queen here on e8. Yeah, I was too greedy with the checks. I should be more careful. Rook to e7. I guess I'll put the queen here. Okay, so he tries to go over my stuff, but I'm okay. I'll give a check here. And I'll give a check here, and now I'm basically winning the route. Okay, and now this is a queen versus a knight checkmate, so that shouldn't be too much difficult. Just be sure not to stalemate, but if I play well, that should be okay. So let's go with a check here, and let's go with a mate. Okay. So far so good. So we beat the goblins. So we go to level 3, and now goblins now join your order. So very cool. So now I can decide to take the goblins if I want as a faction. So just here. So I have access to more pieces. So maybe we're just gonna take the goblins now. Very cool. So let's go to level 3. And now we're going to fight over the fairies. The fairies are, how to say, what's the class of the fairies? Range piece, I guess? I don't know. The fight with the fairies is that they will capture your pieces, not the way you traditionally do in chess. So let's go with Torfil Bridge. All Dolmenian forces march towards the Movetry. Perhaps the magical fairies possess which we do not. Knowledge of the silver demons and additional troops for order. The fact is, we number too few. And rest of time past shall be forgiven between our people. But danger lies ahead. We first need to handle these bridge rocks. So let's go. And here I have a lot of description to make. Because now you have the wall goblin army. So you remember these two pieces that we just fight, and now we have two more pieces. This piece is an elf. This is a bishop by 3, but he can directly teleport to move or capture behind or in front of the king. So for example, as move 1, I can decide to capture this bishop. Very cool. I have also a troll, which is a queen by 3, and here I cast a spell, a sort of curse to the king. And at the beginning of the game, he would have 12 lives. Every time I would check the king, he would lose 1 life. And when the life is at 0, the game is basically lost for him. So when I said that this is an assassin class, I wasn't lying. So let's see. So I'll try to challenge again with c3. Okay, maybe here I want to change a little more. So let's try now croc to c2. This is a very cool move that I can perform. Here that allows me to take. So let's go for this capture. And now the bishop threads. Okay. I might go this way. Gain a tempo over the bishop goes back. And now I have to develop my other pieces. So maybe I'll go pawn to e3 with the idea to push on d4. Okay, this is very cool for me. I can go croc f3 with the threat to get a check, but this is not allowed. So pawn to d4. And I just remind myself that I forgot to describe a little these punks. So the frogs are the fairies knights. So this is a leaper, so like a knight, but it can capture like checkers. So for example, if there's a piece in the way here, it can just jump this way and capture the piece, and it would vanish over the board. But it can still capture like a knight. So very powerful piece, the frog. You have to be very careful about those. So maybe I want to give a check and exchange one of these. Or maybe I want to exchange the bishop. I don't know. Let's actually do this. Let's give a check with the croc. And you see that he lost 1 life. Now he's at 11 lives. So not that good for him. Also, maybe I want to put this here and get an exchange. And that's very cool for me. So now this king is very exposed. So I would have chances to get a very awful tactics. And this can start with the rook going to c1. Because remember, this attacks like a queen. So basically, the king is not that good. What I can do? I guess I can decide to sacrifice, actually. That would be a little premature, but this is okay. So let's capture with the elf. And now that the king's captured, this is the start of a big rush. Troll to d2 check. Okay, now I guess I can put the rook into the game with check. So remember, it checks like a queen. So now I'll put my troll forward, the troll to c5. Then I'll bring knight forward. And I guess I wouldn't range 0 because I will have a mate, I guess, before. What happens, for example, with this move? Check. You go here. Then checkmate, I guess. Because here I just get those squares. That's very powerful. So very cool stuff. So the goblins is a very powerful faction. And the fairy frog is unlocked for reserve. So cool. So if I want, instead of to have a knight, I can have this frog. So very cool stuff. Okay, so let's continue over level 4. And here I want to play with the humans here. Okay, so level 4, still fighting the fairies. Pineguard Forest. We must get an audience with Elder Foxglade at the Mother Tree. Her ancient wisdom might enlighten us in this sea of darkness. As we march deeper into the Arcane forests, we face a roaming and hostile vigil. We shall silence this watch before they raise the alarm. Okay, let's go. So we're fighting over 2 goblins unit that you perfectly know now. The elf, remember that this can directly go here, teleport behind or in front of the king. And here we have another unit. So this is the bishop. This is called the pixie. So this is moving passively 3 squares, up to 3 squares, and it captures without moving, but only if there's a piece range 2 or 3. For example, if there's a piece here, this is going to not move and just capture, like he would, I don't know, throw an arrow at the piece and would die. But here he can't capture. So this is relatively strong, but not that strong. Anyways, let's start the fight. So maybe I'll want to go with e3 because I like this square. Let's go for queen to f4 check. Okay, I'm okay with this. And then maybe bishop captures c4 seems to be very strong. It threats to get a checkmate. Okay, so this is cut, because now this is defended, so very well played. So I guess I'll capture here. So this tree is just random stuff. Again, this is a decoration. I guess I'll capture here and then threat again to give a checkmate this way. And here, of course, it has to go back to survive. So I'll still give the check. Okay. Now that this king's pretty exposed, I guess I need one more piece to continue the attack. And this stuff looks very stupid. So yeah, the threat here is that the pixie should capture my pawn without moving, and that I can't do so much stuff about this, so I'll accept my fate. And I'll develop the knight. And I'll try to get knight here, knight here. Okay, my knight is threatened, so I'll go there, and now I get a check. Oof. And now I have this check. So the king is forced to go here, so now I have this check. This is almost over, so I'll capture this. And then I go with checkmate. So for now, very clean. Goblin health unlocked for reserve. Okay. So here I can decide to put this little elf. This is cool because even if I won't play with my reserve, this can be very interesting. If you give me 2 seconds, I will take a sip of water. But here I'll let you read the next part with the number 3. So I won't read this text for now, you can just read it. Give me 2 seconds. Alright, so you all read the text, so we're ready to go. Okay, so now this is what we call a boss fight, so the level was in red, and here this is where I have to beat the boss to gain the faction. So you might say, why did this didn't happen with the goblins? Because the goblins is an easy faction that you can get since the beginning of the game. This is just a free faction due to discover a little more the universe of matches, as this is pretty sad to play only with the humans for 5 levels straight. So let's go for this. Oh, maybe I should play with the goblins while I talk about this, because I play with the humans this time, we have to change a little. So let's play with the goblins. Okay, so let's go. And let's discover the new units we would have. So we still have this pixie, and then this is the fairy queen, which is called the wisp. So the wisp is a queen by 2, as you can see. And it has a very special thing. It can capture without moving, like the pixie, but exactly range 2. So this way. But even if there is a piece in the way. So here, if there would be a piece on f8 here, the pixie should be able to, no, not the pixie, excuse me, the wisp should be able to capture it directly without moving. So very strong. Okay, so let's go c3. I really like to start with c3 when you have pawns forward. Maybe I should develop the troll early now. Okay, so I'll try to change this pawn. Capture, capture. So far so good. This wisp is trying to threat to capture, but if he captures, I'll just take it. So I'll continue my way, and then I'll threat to take this pixie. And here the wisp goes to defend the pixie from being taken. So pretty cool. But I guess I just have to perform this very simple move, and then this is over. So here deflecting the wisp, and the pixie has to move. So I have a tempo with check, and now I can take the wisp. So here I'm completely winning. So let's go. I guess I need one more piece to perform a perfect checkmate. So I'll put this elf here. And let's get a check. Let's get another check. Okay, and here this seems... No, this is not checkmate because he still has this square. Okay, so I need more pieces. But I have this lovely square with the croc. Now I have check. So its life is just going down, so even if I'm just checking, I'm winning the game. He might be able to run there. I don't really want to let it go, so I'll go with check here. So it goes there. So check again. Okay, this seems to be the end in few moves. So let's try to be precise. Let's go with a check. Okay. Now I can't go check this way because else the pixie is going to capture me, so I'll go check this way, and this is checkmate. I don't know why I take so much time to find this. Let me just go one move before, if there's a faster way. Actually, I wonder how the computer would deal in this position. So let me get both thing, and let's see what happens. So after this move, what happens? King runs. Okay, we have this check. Oh, directly this check. And he just takes the pawn. Okay. The computer is not that smart, of course, but I would think he would go for a chase, but seems like he's greedy. Yeah, he would end like this. And now he's just developing all of these pieces and try to go for the king. Oh, this is very nice en passant. Okay, it's just taking pieces. Just greedy. Wow. The computer just doesn't want to checkmate the white king. Don't tell me he's gonna stalemate. Check. Oh my god. Just made him already. Oh, this is funny as hell. Okay. And just takes the pawn. This is funny. But normally, even if you keep checking, normally he has only 5 lives. So this shouldn't be that difficult to checkmate. Kill me. Excuse me, I'm just enjoying myself seeing the computer goes completely cuckoo crazy. This is made in, I don't know, but made in 3, made in 4. And here, at least made in 4 because he has only 4 lives. But this is very funny. The computer doesn't want to checkmate the other computer, just standing there. And now, the more I see the troll face, the more I think it's just going goofier. So, very, very funny. Okay, this can play along for a certain time, and now they're just shuffling pieces. What happens? What? What? Any catcher? I can't understand what happened. This is such a joke. So here, this is part of the matches AI that has to be a little update. On the middle game, it plays like a beast with all AI, but to finish up a game like this, this is hard for him for some kind of reason. I don't know. So this is very funny. So again, I stop the game here because that would be too long, and they're going to perform a 111 move. I don't know. And now the fairies join the order. So cool. So now we can play the fairies. So I guess for the next level we can play the fairies. Now maybe we play the humans. Yeah, there's a fairy unit that I want to introduce you. And here you see that we play against a new faction, which is called the vampires. So now, so far so good. We have access on the base area to the goblins with all the pieces. And now I don't show the fairies because I don't want to spoil yet. You have one piece yet that you have to discover. Nefallion Woods. At last, some whispers of truth. The Silver Demons are scouting every plateau and mountain of our realm for one purpose: to prepare an invasion the likes of which Dolmedia has never been witnessed. I read that wrong, excuse me. To prepare an invasion the likes of which Dolmedia has never witnessed. Elder Foxglade now shares our mission by joining the Order in the flesh. I'm sorry, Lord Father, Mayhap the Deadlands will bolster our numbers well before the inevitable war. So we're going to play against the vampires. So the trait of the vampires is sacrificial strikes. So this means that you may be able to sacrifice some of his pieces just to gain some big attack stuff, and then it'll go into your ass, basically. Excuse me, I'm a little, I don't know. So let's see. So we have this shroom, which is a fairy rook. So what does the shroom do? It moves like a rook by 4. It can decide to capture like a rook, for example on a5, but it can also capture through a5 and land on a4. One piece at a time, so if there would be another piece, it can't capture both of it. But if on the path there's a piece, it's very powerful. So this shroom can be catastrophic in endgames because it would gobble all the pawns, so be very careful. So we have also some vampires units, which are the ghouls. This is basically a pawn, but you can capture your own pawn, so the king or the banshee can capture this pawn. This is crazy. And especially the banshee, which has a special power associated to it. If it captures a friendly ghoul, then it can on the same turn perform direct attack here on the square, but only if there's a unit nearby. So don't count it as a second turn, but count it as a defense. Like, there's a unit here, and then it captures here to blow this way. I don't know if I'm clear, but this is the idea. So let's start going on. Maybe I want to start with c3. Let's try to get a solid d4 if I can. Okay, let's go d4 and try to get something here. Okay, and this is accepted. So let's go. Let's get the exchange. Okay, and here maybe bishop to f4 seems to be okay. Okay, we have castle immediately. So defending the pawn. Here I should be very careful because that can happen at every time, and then it goes for several threats. So I guess I'll defend with pawn to g3, and then I would have a fianchetto if this dares to move. Okay, everything seems to be located this way, so I'll put my queen on b3 and try to target this square. Let's see what happens. With banshee takes here on d4, I don't care actually, because I want to go directly for the king. So that allows me to give a check here, and then after the banshee moves, I would have some kind of pressure. So let's actually put this knight here, and then the goal it would be to get them more close. Okay, this bishop is threatened, so I'll go back and threat the banshee. So would we get an exchange? Not at all, not exchange. So maybe I'll exchange myself. So let's get rid of that. Now the knight enters, and then there's a threat of going here. And here the shroom captures. Nothing really to worry about. I'll play rook to c1, and then we have a mate threat. So here I start by giving a check here, and then I'll give this way, and this is checkmate. So this game was not that impressive, I have to say, but this is still okay. Maybe oh, the vampire banshee is unlocked for reserve. Cool. So here I always have seems to get more and more pieces. You see that there are a lot of them to get before, but it's only a matter of time. We'll have something. Okay, so let's get with maybe with the fairies now of level 7, and now I can show you the complete bestiary now of the fairies. So you have the frog, the pixie, the shroom, the wisp, the king. This bestiary is very cool, and you see that there's a lot of units going on. Okay, so let's continue over level 7, still against the vampires. Runes of Vad Olam. So here you have an angel here, so it seems like there would be angel stuff. The angel faction is a faction that can have a situational invincibility, so on certain conditions your pieces can be taken. Very strong. Let's read. Amongst the decayed woodlands we encounter relics from the age of San Paradiso. As I wonder why my lord father forbids me to ask the assistance of the vampires in this hour of desperation, our footsteps awaken the celestial pillars from the slumbers. The new alliance of humans and fairies will not bow, will make quick war for them. Okay, this is going to be very violent. So we still have our Banshee friends, and now a new unit, which called the Judge. So this is going directly for the Angel unit, and you see that the color is a little different. Here the color is purple, as you see on Soul Dragon description. Here the color is very gold yellow, as you wish, on the Derwent path. What's the matter? This is rogue by 4, so range 4, but every piece in front of them up to 2 squares would be invincible. So for example, if this pawn here, this ghoul, can't be captured, this is why there's a little shield here. But if this would dare to move, then it wouldn't be invincible. This is just invincible when the Judge is just in front of them. So, no, not in front, behind them, excuse me. So you see that this is already something, yeah, inspiring. So let's go. I'll develop this frog because I really like this piece. I guess I'll capture like checkers. I'll perform the move this way just to show you how it goes. This is really weird to see this moving. Let's go pawn to e3 with maybe the idea of going here. If this is allowed. Okay, let's kick this Banshee. So he doesn't have a lot of squares now. I maybe move the Wisp now. This seems to be correct. I have still to be very careful. Or maybe I'll move this Pixie first because I can play now over the light squares. Okay, so of course the defense itself, else it would be captured. So I'll develop the Wisp, and with that I guess we have a good setup. We're ready to mess around. Okay, we have a castle here. Oh, I can already get rid of this, but I need this structure to be still. So I'll go here with the idea to capture that. Okay, so now this is invincible, it can't be captured, but still I will capture this way. The more I would advance into the position, the better I will get. Here this begins to be scary, but not that scary. I'll go now here and try to suppress this pawn. Yeah, and of course he defends. Yeah, sure. And so I'm forced to go back, yes? Anyways, I'll go this way then. No, wait. If I go there, it's going to go back, so I'll go this way. And now the threat is to go here later on. Okay, there's something interesting now. The Judge is defending this pawn. So this means that this is not defended anymore. So maybe there's a chance for it to get something. So first we start to threat this Banshee to see where it goes. He can decide to capture here and then capture there. No, he decides not to do this. So pretty cool. Then I'll put the Shroom into the game. Wait, now I guess I can perform this move. Yeah, because now the threat is here. How is gonna defend? Okay, so it just attacks. Oh, if he captures here, I wouldn't be able to recapture back, so I have to capture from this pawn. And pawn captures, and now I'm safe. If he captures here, I would be able to capture. So let's get rid of this pawn. I feel like victory is now pretty close. Captures. So you see that now I have options. But let's cover each of the options. Every time I would be captured by this or this. So maybe I'll just go in a very classic way. With the angels, the setup is pretty strong. Okay, I'm okay for an exchange here. So this Pixie threats capture Banshee, so maybe we'll get an exchange. Okay, and it goes back, so he doesn't want to get the exchange. So now I have to gain a mate here, so maybe the threat is to go here and then here. And if you defend this way, okay, so yeah. If you defend this way, then I have a check. Yeah. And now you're forced to take your own pawn. That's very sad. So Okay, let me see if there's a mate somewhere. I don't see one. Even this looks tempting. Actually, this king can't go here, else it will be captured this way. So good to know. So if I get a unit to check it from there, that would be cool. So maybe I can do this with the pixie. Yeah, I can even go here because the king wouldn't be able to capture. Let's see how it would survive. I want to see how it play. Is this enough? Check. Oh, because the judge has moved, now it survives. Oh, you see that's pretty interesting. Okay, so it let that survive. Ah, my bad. So now he's running. But here I can welcome here with this check. Okay, defense. I have to take with the pawn and Fred discover check. Not made this one because it just pushes the pawn. This is actually very funny. Okay, so now there's a mate somewhere. So let's see what the square covered. This is covered, this is covered. This is covered. So normally by playing this move, that might be checkmate. Yes. Easy peasy. Angel Judge is unlocked for reserve. Okay, cool. So we have this very strong rook here that we can use. Okay. So let's continue with level 8 actually. This time I will take the humans. Dustwinter Valley. Upon our youngest breath of the fresh air, we encounter an exiled Dalmatian force. It was not for quite complacence that they were given the name Butchers of Dustwinter. Unfortunately, the Deadlands have transformed these humans into vengeful monsters. The claim to life is forfeit. Okay, that seems to be very strong. So we fight over the humans because basically you have humans unit here, but you have a unit from the Scarabs faction. So the Scarabs is a faction with strong minor pieces, and it depends with coordination and move order. Here with this stag, this is just the bishop by 4. Okay, but if a knight moves, it is bishop by 4 still, but it has a side knight movement as move or capture, so it can be very strong this way. So let's start the game. I guess I'll go with an English with c4. Okay, this is attacked, so I guess queen to c2, already aiming at this move. But here you see that this is defended by the knight, so now that this is played, I guess I'll continue with e3, try to get a solid d4 over the board. Okay, so this is challenged. Either pawn capture. Okay, we have a check. Here I can already challenge this stuff. So this is okay for me if we exchange. Okay, he accepts the exchange, so I'll accept it. So then my thing would be able to go here, and then he exchange another time, and we're done. Ghoul to d5, okay, let's push a little. I'm pretty satisfied of my position. Let's get knight to f3. And let's continue with a bishop to d3. Normal developing moves, and then if I can get a trade, that would be cool. Okay, the knight goes back. This seems to be very weak. So I'm gonna castle and try to see how much pressure I can see. You see that there's sometimes arrows on the stag. Is that because the knight has moved and he would have this special knight stuff side pattern? So don't worry. Rook e1, trying to get a pin. This makes sense. Now, with this pin I should get that as my advantage. So let me get a quick knight stuff to get over the stag. I quite don't see one. Yeah, I don't see one. But I'll guess I'll play queen to b3. Okay, the knight protects. And now I'm pretty tempted to capture over here. So let's capture. I'm sorry, but surely going into the base. Okay, this stag's moved to f6, so now this knight is pinned. So I should take my chance now. So I'll play this bishop here. What would happen now? Okay, it doesn't care, so I'll take. Okay, now I'll take with the rook. Even this looks scary. Rook check. Okay. I'm not convinced of this last move. There should be something winning here. Maybe doubling the rook is enough. Or just pinning the knight. This seems to be very strong. And threat of checkmate. Okay, let's go check. How it goes here. So I have to remember that he can capture his own pieces. He's very made somewhere, or I'm completely blind. No, I don't see one. Okay, let's get another rook here. And here this is a real threat mate. Okay, so let's give a check here. Let's capture this. Okay. So now normally this is the end. So how should we get there? Like this, check. And mate. Okay, we got this. Scarab stag unlocked for reserve. So we start to get a very cool reserve here. Nice. So is the reserve counts as a unit now? You don't have the faction here. Interesting. So level 9, maybe we play the Ferris back. Or have I? Just fair. Level 9 then. Skullside Graveyard. Far in the silver horizon, we see the silhouette of Count Valtasar's domain. He used to be a normal man in my castle before being cast away for crimes so grotesque that I was never allowed to know. Be that as it may, his power as a vampire lord would grant us a bigger army to fight our foes that we are assured. Our safe path is through this graveyard to arms order of Dolmedia. Excuse me, this English is very sophisticated. This is hard for me. I'm a French person, so you saw that there's a lot of accent here. Let's go for the moon wolves. So here you still have these little ghouls, and here you have wolves. These are knights, but if they capture like a wolf, they can directly capture another time like a wolf. So actually they have a big control over the board. Let's just show you. Here they can jump here and capture this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. They can also decide to go here and to get to this way, this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. So you see this is already a strong setup. Also you have something very annoying which is called bonds. This is not a part of the vampire faction, this is called an adventure mode piece. So this is an adventure mode piece. I was just saying adventure mode piece, just the piece which is associated with a faction. But you only find this in the in advent mode. Excuse me, I start to think of my words. With the vampires here, these bones remind a certain power of a piece of the vampire faction that you will encounter later on the game. So here basically it doesn't move, but if you just go nearby them, you can't move or capture. So this is very sad. So I guess I'll use the powers of a fairy to shoot them at distance. This is my best setup. So I'll go very aggressive with some kind of d4, and then I'll go with my wisp, and then we're going to shoot everything. Let's go. So here, let's be careful. I can't go for this move, else I'm going to be captured by the wolf. So this is a common mistake that you can do if you're not aware enough. Very funny. So this is pretty well defended. So I'll follow up, I guess, with a pixie here, so trying to suppress this one. The wolf is here to defend, so very nice played. So here I guess I'll move my wisp in order to threat this wolf. Actually, as I see a direct threat here. So the wolf is about to capture here with check. Maybe I have to allow this. I mean, this is not that concerning. I'll place the wisp here on D2 and ask for the wolf what we can do. Okay, he gives for a check and then he would capture the pixie, I guess. Not even close. So good for me, I'll suppress that. Okay, the other wolf joins the party. Now this pawn is not something that you can bounce on, so maybe I should get a chance here. I'll develop this here and try to get the shroom to thread the wolf. Okay, so wolf start approaching. This seems to be very scary. So the threat is to go here with check. So I'll go there and see what happens. Okay, captures with check, I'll capture without moving, and now what do you do? Oops, excuse me. I pre-moved excellently. Now this is okay. So I guess I can have some kind of here. Okay, so he threats to get some exchange. This is pretty well done. So would I sacrifice here? Because here this is going to be lost. Now I can go for an exchange. So let's capture this wolf and I accept this frog to be captured. Because now I have this move and now a tombstone is going to fall. Let's see if there's something contrarian. No, this is okay. So let's capture this. The king runs away. Let's capture this one. So you see that the position starts to crawl a little. Then I don't like this wolf. Then I'll develop the shroom here and try to get something. So let's thread the wolf. The wolf goes here. Makes sense. Let's thread again the wolf, try to get a check. So now I have a check. The king's forced to go here, so this is almost checkmate. I need some little help of my wisp to control this square or this square. So yeah, let's take our time. Which way I should do it? This is a pretty slow unit. Maybe I'll be faster with this frog. Okay, go here. Okay, defense this way. So I'll go there. So this is, you see that this is paralyzed. I have a fork, but I don't really care because I have this intermezzo check. And here you see that this can't take because this is actually a check. So everything's safe. Now I feel like this is going to be taken next turn. I have an intermezzo check here. Yeah, always goes for intermezzo. So now I can go here with check and you see that both my units would be saved. And now I go here and I'm okay. Wow, this was close. Okay, and captures here to capture that. This is not that impressive. Let's actually go here with check. And here with checkmate. Okay, we got this. So we go for level 10. I guess we can still get with the fairies because the fairies were good. And now we have this little wolf that can join the off faction. Okay, level 10, Valtasar's domain. Okay, so this is boss level. As you see, this is a red level. So difficulty 2, so it starts to be a little concerning. Towering over us in his omniscience domain, Lord Valtasar parades a devilish grin. Because you remind me of your late Queen Mother, I shall join your order, my lord. But first, blood needs to be paid to the undying thirst of the modeling gods. The vampires are worthy allies. The Westlands cannot prosecute a war alone without them. We shall oblige. Okay, so this is going to be very brutal. Okay, so we have a lot of this stuff, so let me, I never described that. This is something that only the queen can capture. So this is just landscape. So we have a lot of ghouls here, and then you have two new units, the tomb. The tomb is a rook by 3, but if there's a unit directly behind, directly in front of them, this unit is paralyzed and can't move or capture. So this is why I said that the bones remind me of this unit. And you have the count. So if you see, you sacrifice a lot of ghouls here on the game with the wolf and the banshee. The count creates ghoul. If he captures an enemy piece that was one square surrounding it, by moving, it captures the piece and it creates on the location it just left a ghoul. And if it creates it on the promotion zone, then it would promote. So this is scary as hell. So you have to be very careful of this setup because a lot of traps are possible here. So let's start. So I guess I'll go with c3. And then I'll go here and I'll try to snap a lot of these and try to get some game here. Okay, we have already something. I don't really care actually. I'm going to put the wisp here. Which way I should do it? I'll do this way. I want to... okay, I'll take that. Okay, now the count jumps the party. This is where I have to be very careful. So I'll take... okay, now this is direct threat. So... I can actually go here. Now... ah. Okay, let's go here. Even this looks very passive. I want to get this frog over the game. So now the count is trying to get through, so if he captures that, he creates a ghoul. So there's no big threat for now, but I've still to remain very careful. So let's threat this count actually. Captures. Captures again. And now the count has to go. Okay, the count goes here. So this is not a threat, but here this is a very big threat. So I will have to let that happen. So let's defend this way. And now everything seems secure. This count seems not to be in a good shape. So maybe I can have this move. Yeah, and force to capture. So now I can decide to push this way with this pawn. Yeah, it seems okay. But I don't have to... I have to remind myself that I have to go for the king. So for now this count is not that incredible. Now it's pretty weak. So now let's try to go for the king. I see already something I like. So let's go here and try to threat this square. Okay, so here I have a direct threat. This is a fork. So the count goes here and I would snap. Okay, so one piece is gone. Cool for me. Now I should put my king to safety and try to develop this pixie. Okay, the count goes back, so he has really his idea in mind. I'll castle. The king goes here, so now I threat to take with the pixie. Okay, this is a nice block, but I just go back and then I threat to catch her again. So I'll do that one time. I'll do that a second time and then I'll try to get the open file. So for now, so far so good. I'll try to get an exchange with the tomb. Even this looks like very scary, but the tomb can't go here to paralyze because I'm here. So yeah, the exchange is accepted and now I just have to run for promotion, I guess. So let's go. And now I will have another shroom. Okay. You saw that I wouldn't be able to promote to Wisp, I forgot to say. The human faction is the only faction that can promote to Queen. All the other faction can promote to Rook, Knight or Bishop, I should have said that before. I'm okay with this move, so let's go here. Okay, so now this is time to make some breakthrough. So let's thread this count and goes there. Okay, so now I can put this frog over the game. So slowly but surely we got to here and then we have the fork. And this is basically the end of the game. Okay, so now I have to get this wisp over the game, or maybe there's something faster. No, I don't see anything faster, so let's get the wisp and slowly checkmate this king. Check. Check, I still want to control this column. Check. And mate. Nice, we got this. And vampires now join your order. Nice. So let's see my army. I have a lot of factions here. So here you see that there's a side quest with the scarabs, and I guess with the scarabs I'll go later to them. Let me see if I go this. No, we can directly go here. This would be fun. So let's actually do this. So I'll start with the humans. Okay, so this side quest is difficulty 4 on 10, so you see that it will be a little more difficult. Baobab Steppe. The Deadlands were conquered by vampires, but the mighty scarabs took exception to their claim. Hive Queen Szabile and their legion dug the very earth to protect their land and have been in seclusion ever since. It may be time to indulge in the possibility of bringing these mighty warriors to our cause. So let's go for this first game. Okay, so the scarabs are strong miners. Here you see that there's a different setup for the board. So what do we have? We have the stag. Remember, if the knight type unit, which is this move, it would gain this, this knight pattern. So it might be very scary. This Urk depends on the rook. If the rook would to move, then it would be able to perform a rook by 2 move, also for capture. And the dung depends of the stag. If the stag were to move, then it can also capture a diagonal 2 move, also for capture. So you see that the coordination of the piece is very good. So my aim is just to uncoordinate them. So I'll start by g3, I guess, a small fianchetto. Okay, so this is accepted. So I'll capture this way, and then I have the open file for the rook. Okay, so now I guess I'll play c3. Captured. I can open this way. I can open for the knight. I guess I'll open this way to be sure that there will be no threats, and then I'll be able to open the queen and the bishop. So seems already to be scary. So I always have to calculate the coordination of the moves. So not an easy task. Yeah, the first one is defended by the second one. But I still want to play this move because I want to remove one type of miners. Okay, captured here. Very strategic. Okay. He tries to smothermate me. Okay, I have to be very careful. Once this moves, there's this dire threat of checkmate. So I'll go there. And the computer pretty deals well when he sees a tactic with the scarab, so I have to be 2 times careful. Let's aim this pawn, and I hope we can get a trade. Okay, so this knight is directly threatened, so let's go for here again, tempo. And he captures this way. Okay, I don't know what he's playing, but I'm okay with that. So let's go here. Okay, I'll capture. He can't capture because the knight move is only on the sides. Okay, check. And he goes back. So now I guess I can play this move with the threat of checkmate. Yeah, but the threat is still on. Oh, this tag is here to block the path. Not that easy. But I still have this check. And this check. And then I capture. And then with all the pieces I have, I guess I'm fine. Let's be sure that it wouldn't promote. This is check. I'll go here. This is tempo for me. I have a check here. And I have a mate. Okay. We got the first level. For a side quest, you have only 3 levels. Scarab Ux. Cool. So we have 2 pieces of the scarabs now. Very, very cool. Now let's go for S2. Maybe we should change the faction. Let's play the vampires. Yeah. Because now we have this faction with me. Okay. Grandorn Savanna. Hive Queen Szabile, I don't know how to say this, Szabile will not tolerate our presence much longer in these golden plains, prophecies Elder Foxglade. We reek of vampire flesh and malady. We are moving swiftly, Elder. Too far we've come to taste now of defeat. The scarabs shall join us. Let's go. Oh, shoot, we have a lot of stuff here. So everything is pointing towards this. So let's be very careful. Okay, so we don't have any new piece besides the scarabs, but now they have a croc, they have a knight, they have a shroom. So we have to find a proper defense here. So here, I guess I'll start by going for something cool. Already perform a wolf move and suppress dust. So that might be a first move. And then the shroom is pretty forced to take, I guess. Okay, shroom takes. So now I can play come to d3 and then threat to take. That gives me a tempo. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Now, what should I play here? I should try to play for this if possible. But I don't think it would work. Let's try. Ghoul to f3. Because I have a tempo over this shroom again, I can decide to capture. And the shroom goes very back. So now I have this, and this is a folk. So we're good here. Seems like someone is gonna die. I really like the vampires. Okay, defense this way. This is not that bad. But it doesn't quite work. Because this is still a threat of folk. But I have to be very sure of the square would land. If I go here, seems scary. So I'll go back on d1. Let's see how it goes. Maybe you try excuse me to play a croc here. Yeah, I was pretty sure about that. I'll capture that, and then I capture this. Even this looks like very scary. And the captures back. Yeah, I should have seen that. But at least this is pretty alone. So I guess I can capture now the spawn. Yeah. And don't worry about this move. I got you covered. Oh, check. Why? Oh yeah, because by capturing this gives this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, this is pretty sad. So I have to. Oh yeah, and I have to capture this because this is the one which gives check. Okay. Very smart. Okay, so I'm done some material. I'll try to win this, even though I'm done. Check. Whew. Looks like very scary. I have to take. Check again. I'll go here. And captures. Okay, so I need to get some tempies over some pieces. So let's get this wolf over here and get a tempo over this. Okay. Now I should play this. I'll try to see if I can bounce somewhere else to get good tempos. This bench is doing nothing. So maybe I should get some en passant. Let's see how it goes. Captures, captures. Okay, so 1 point for me. So I can capture that. Yeah, I'll capture and then get a trade. I still have more. I have more pieces than him, so that's okay. Then I'll get some. Oh, think with the banshee here. Afraid to capture, then capture. Okay, it decides to capture immediately. Okay. If I can, I go for this trade. He can't capture that because I'll go here. Okay, defense. He can't also capture this because I go back and then this is dead. How I would do this? Let's push the tomb here. Okay, he falls for this. So this is dead. Get a tempo here. Is that enough? I see that there's check here, but he doesn't have the right bounce to go for it. So I can also do it. So 2 units are threatened, so I'll capture them. Yeah, now this is completely over for the king. Okay, this was scary at first. I got tricked, I have to say. So as you see, the scarabs are stronger than it seems. Let's go here. Let's try to be precise. I push. A very weird looking move, but this is not that bad. Let's get a check here. Let's get a check here. This is something must win here. This is not mate because this is range 3. So I'll force the king to go in the corner and then I'll win this way. Okay, so far so good. So now let's go for... oh, Scarab's Dunk unlocked. So I guess I have the whole Scarab army. Yeah! It's very cool. So let's go for S2. And then I'll go with other... no, I go for S2, excuse me. Let's go for F3. And then I'll take the Ferris this time. Szabile mount. Upon a mighty mount, Hive Queen Szabile lies strong and isolated. She's testing our bravery and folly to their challenger in their golden depth. Dolmedia needs their help. We will earn their respect. Gods, give us haste. Okay, so now this is time for the queen to join the party. So here, this is the most cursed unit, I guess, of the game. The Rhino is the queen by 3, but after you moved, the king is able to go up to 3 squares to capture a piece, and he can move through check. This is the most stupid thing I ever saw. And if you saw the theory of the challenge, there was some kind of move like this that was performed. So, very, very fun. I don't know how to begin. I guess I'll go with E3. Okay, we have already something very aggressive here. So, let's kick it. And it starts to capture. Wow. I'm very... I don't know, I wasn't expecting that. But this is okay. Because, maybe because this was a fork. Yeah, because this move was a fork between this unit and this unit. I could capture it without moving. Okay, I forgot that. I'm stupid. Let's get over here. The more pieces we have, the best we do. I tried to threat again to capture with moving this one. Okay, he lets himself be captured. Oh no! I just forgot. Now this is captured like this. Oh my god. I'm stupid, excuse me. Oh shoot. But at least I have this fork. No, I don't have this fork. Because now this is captured like this. Okay. Wow, I have to play against scarabs a lot more. Oh man. Okay, so let's kick this unit at least. The idea is that if I capture, it would capture. That's cleverly assumed. I can't lose that much material. So I have to go for something else. But now that this has moved... Wait a minute. Go here, go here, go here, go here. That works. Okay, so now the threat is to go here with capture. So I have to make this move So let's trap this rook and see how it will react. Okay, so he's moving rooks and rooks to be sure that there is no fork, but that wouldn't work every time. So I'll go this way and then I'll try to get this rook. Now I can get it. Okay, so I don't know the material count. This seems to be completely catastrophic, and I guess I'm done material, but here now I'm centralized frog, which seems to be cool. Okay, so now we have to be very careful. This is check, the king can move up to 3 squares. Capture the... Oh, I can't capture because I'm... Oh, shoot. I should have played that more carefully. But wait, is this hanging? Check. Okay. This was very dramatic for nothing. Okay, so now I'm up material, so I should try to push now. This pixie has to move. I don't know where though. Let's go here. Okay. Ah, shoot. Yeah, it's going to capture that. Okay, then to B2, there's a double threat here. Okay, there are too much threats. Can't figure out what happens. I guess I'll just play this move and see what happens. And he captures that. Okay. Not even close. He doesn't want that. Okay, cool for me. Now I'll put this king. Okay, this game is completely catastrophic. I can't understand what happens. Check. Go here. Then he can capture that if he wants. I don't mind. Now I want to go for a new shroom. And now one of them is gonna die. Doesn't work. Now I should get rid of this one. So how should I proceed this way? And then this way. Here we go. Okay, so this king just runs. So I'm just slowly going to get a shroom. Yeah, I played a bad game here. This is the second time that I got tricked by the scarabs. Okay, now it starts to panic. I should be more careful for this. If I just fall at the just beginning of the quest, I might not be able to survive this. Oof. I have to be in time to save this pawn. Okay, now the king starts to run. I'll try to cut some of the squares. Let's go here and try to get that. Okay, saves this way, but now I have... No, this is not a good idea to get check here. I'll simply move the king, and he has to move somewhere. Now this gets interesting, because now this check works. Yeah. Now this is interesting, because I can go here. And of course he stops that. This is very clever from him. I guess I can just capture this way. Yeah, I guess this makes sense. Okay, there's surely a checkmate over here. I don't have the right pattern to do it. And there's threats of stalemate. No, I'm not ready for this. This move is gonna go back and forth. That's at least a good news. Go here. Okay, now I'll play this. Oh yeah, this is gonna die. So, let's try to be strategic a little. Check. So defense here. So here this is basically stalemate. So let's get over check here. Okay, so now Seems that he runs away, but not that close because there's check here. Oh god, it's so annoying. He would be likely to capture the frog, isn't it? I don't know, sacrifice my frog. And I go check. It's very annoying. And now I'll get my second shroom and I'll go for a basic checkmate. Okay, I'm not able to think properly. This game was completely stupid. Let's go here. Let's get the mating net. Okay, and now this is over. Oh, this game was catastrophic. Let me get to the point where I blunder my wisp. Yeah, this move was very tricky. Very, very tricky because I can't even go here. I want to try this one to see how it goes. Okay, I'll try this move now. This is gonna fall. Yeah, take that. Oh no! Oh, do you see this? He captures with the king! This is incredible. I'm amazed. You can't imagine how much I'm amazed. But here I can just capture his queen. And maybe have some intermezzo checks. I have to restrict this square though, if I can. This square is restricted, of course. Oh man, there's so much hype for mating net. Okay, I'll give some checks and I'll see how it goes. Go here. Let's give another check. Okay. So now I need this square. No, I don't see anything else. So I should capture this queen now. The problem is those rocks, nothing can capture them. I'll start advancing and my goal is to go here. Yes, now this king can go here. Okay, basically this is scary, I know, but I don't mind. I want the frog to start something. Okay, so let's see what we can do. Yeah, captures. I don't mind, I can just capture this way. Okay, now my pixie is a little more free. Yeah, now it defends like this. Check. I'll show you something here. Basically winning a rook. Yeah, and of course he doesn't want that. So now I can frag this rook. No, I don't know. There's not the mate. I want the mate. I start advancing forward. Okay, now it goes here. Now this threats to capture the frog. I should go back. I start pushing. Now there is the threat of checkmate somewhere. This should do it. Let's go here. I can actually capture. Okay. How do you finish this game? I guess I'll push my pawn. Oh, okay, this is a nice defense. I want to keep this room in the game. Oh, my pixie can't do anything. This is scary. I'll do this and take that. The king tries to run. This is funny. Maybe I can force him to capture. Oh man. Let's think a little. So if I move here, this is for check and a forced check, and he has to capture on h6 or give the piece. But then I would have a discover check, and it would just go back. I'll discover check like this. Yeah, but that does nothing. Discover check like this. And then it, oh, wait. Where was I? Go here, captures on h6, discover check here. And now, what are his squares? No, he has squares. Now, I have to go on a square where he would have... Yeah, but I don't have this square for the king. That's the main problem. Yeah, this is why this doesn't work. Anyways, maybe king to e5 should work. Yeah, and now he runs back, because he sees the danger. So now king to f6 should be it. King maneuver is always the best. Okay, in contact the pawn, else this is checkmate. Wow, how cursed this could be. And this is still not checkmate. Have to go this way. Capture here. Now we should start to get something. Go here. Okay. Does this work? Actually, this move is stronger. Because now I have this. I just want to be sure, let's count that as the real game. Did he has another move here to survive? What I played? He played this. So, did that work? Does this make... Oh no, because I can... No, this is still checkmate. Yeah, this is why it didn't care. Yeah, okay, this is mate. Okay, anyways. So, I guess we made some very good breakthrough, I guess, for this first part. We now have the scarabs. Let's see our bestiary. We have 5 factions, the humans, the goblins, the scarabs. We covered everything here. Wow, so cool. Vampires. And I really like this king just going cuckoo crazy and then capturing up to range 3. This was funny as hell. So yeah. So basically you see that the computer is not that intelligent because this is only a medium AI. But you see that the setup it would get over the quest would be stronger and stronger. So I guess this would be the end of the part 1 of this series. We're going to see each other next time. I hope you liked it. And bye bye.